Welcome into this edition of Hand Raise Guys, presented by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. I'm Neal McCready. That is Chase Parham here on this Thursday evening. We've got football on the screens. We'll see whether we get flagged by our friends at YouTube. And if we do, hey.
Whatever. It's all good.
A quick note for those who are listening to this on Friday. I know there's the sound in the background. I have spent more time than I want to admit today trying to figure it out, trying to make it go away. I clearly have been unsuccessful. I will continue to endeavor.
What happens if you kill all those lights except for our two microphones?
That doesn't do it.
That doesn't do
and
it?
then we can't hear callers.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
wondering.
did that the other day, and that was how we couldn't hear Kane Womack on.
But it doesn't kill the sound. It doesn't kill the noise?
It did not kill the sound.
Because we found it that last time.
We have found it, and I will find it again. But as of today, I have not found it.
Okay.
But I'm trying. We're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. Different name, same great product, same great people, same great services. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, or the surrounding area, call Comer 662-801-1777. If you live in Hernando, Memphis, or the surrounding area, call our friends at Southern 662-429-4429. I know some of you already have done that. I've gotten messages about people having their condos hooked up with Comer, with Southern. We certainly appreciate that very, very much. They do too. So thank you again for taking care of those guys, because they take care of us. I'm coming to you from the Clark Ford Studios. Clark Ford is in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900. Call the number. Ask for Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours. It's right to the bottom line. There's no hassle. There's no haggle. You get your quote. The rest is up to you. You can shop that quote around. You can do what I've done, what I recommend that you do, and that's hop into a Clark Ford today. Again, 662-257-1900. Assuming it works, we'll open up the Campbell Clinic Hotline at some point this evening. The Campbell Clinic is in Oxford now, 2608. Take nothing for granted, Chase. 2608 South Lamar Boulevard, Suite 102. Just across the street from the cottages at Hooper Hollow. The Campbell Clinic provides full-service orthopedic care, everything from sports medicine to foot and ankle surgery to spine and total joint care to pediatric orthopedics, physical therapy, and more. To book an appointment, go to campbellclinicoxford.com or call, oh, goodness, there's Rizzo.
Oh, boy.
Or call 901-759-3111. Walk-ins. There it is. Speaking of, walk-ins are always welcome at the Campbell Clinic. I need to get him out of here because he's going to knock your camera down. No. Get him. Yeah, you go. There you go. Campbell Clinic, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And Chase, tell the people about Oxford Exxon, which will be the Friday Oxford Exxon podcast while I get Rizzo out of here.
He's such a good boy, though. He can stay. He's such a good boy.
Come on, Rizzy.
Okay.
Let's go down. Come on, let's go down.
Oxford Exxon. He got through all the wires okay? That's like a cat doing that. Sorry. Oxford Exxon, Highway 6 West in Oxford. They have lunch specials. You know about those. Come into town this weekend, though. Check out the Beer Cave. You got it going on. You got to tailgate somewhere. You got to get ready for football season. You need some alcoholic beverages in doing so. So let the Oxford Exxon take care of you. I told you this morning they also have their the ribs, one slab of ribs, one side. They've got the 2 slabs of ribs. You got the 1 pound of pulled pork and 6 buns, or the big one, the 2 pounds of pork, 12 buns, and 2 sides as well. So all those options at the Oxford Exxon. And then next door at Oxford Crystal, they're announcing a support of women's volleyball in coordination with the Grove Collective. A percentage of profits on this Saturday, September 2nd, we donated to the ACE Club. It's the volleyball support group, or Grove Collective, again, helping out with that. But that's Oxford Crystal on Saturday. Profits headed to the volleyball team, courtesy of the ACE Club. So, yeah, I did not think about it till you said that, but yeah, he was really close to hitting a couple wires that would have been a problem right there.
Yeah,
the camera almost went. I did not.
The tail was going to take the camera down.
I didn't account for the tail, and the tail was going. It was.
They have otter tails. I don't know if you know that. They're very, very strong.
Yeah.
And the otter tail can do lots of damage.
Minnesota wearing all maroon, or whatever we're calling Minnesota's color here. They need the yellow pant. The yellow pant definitely helps.
Already have someone volunteering to sponsor Rizzo as the guest speaker. Eric, while I appreciate that, bud, you don't want Rizzo in here. It doesn't end well.
Gus would be still. He would just hang out.
Gus would hang out.
He would lay at the feet. And
Rizzo would eventually hang out, but not until
it would take a minute.
Not until he broke something.
Okay. We could put a GoPro on Rizzo, just let him walk around the house.
That would be
and hang out.
That would be interesting.
What was the line on Nebraska, Minnesota tonight?
7.
Gophers -7.
Gophers -7.
I forget about Minnesota in the Big Ten. They just don't, like, not bad or good. They just don't really factor into my psyche much at all. A little better uniform game on the other one. Utah, and they're all reds tonight. Florida wearing the traditional white on blue with the normal orange helmet, not the one with the elf on the side. Yeah. I don't mind the elf on the side of their alternate helmet.
That's not a bad uniform game. I would like the Utah uniforms better if they had white pants, but I'm cool with it. It's fine.
I say it's that problem you have where when you have the really simple color, why don't you go ahead and just take care of it and be good. Lance Lynn with a big opportunity tonight. Got the Braves tonight. Got Spencer Strider against Lance Lynn.
Saw that. 2 teams that are going to play each other in the National League Championship Series.
You feel good about that?
I mean, you never know, but that's what I'd bet on.
Lance living large compared to where he was about 6 weeks ago.
And no doubt about that.
Up in the catbird seat all of a sudden there with Mr. Lynn. Speaking of somebody who's had a good day, Matt Corral. He got picked up by the Patriots today. Yeah. Claimed off waivers. The Panthers had waived him. And the good news for him is that if you get picked up off waivers, you have to make the active roster. So at least at the moment, he is
worse than the third-team quarterback of the New England Patriots.
Because otherwise they wouldn't take him. So
he would be tremendously advised to go to Foxborough.
Let Bill O'Brien coach you.
Be a model citizen. Put your head down. Be Mac Jones' biggest cheerleader and just do your job.
Mm-hmm. Did they pick Bailey Zapp back up?
I don't know.
And put him on the practice squad, or did he go somewhere else? I think they picked him up and went on the practice squad. I'm pretty sure they've re-signed him, I think, but I need to check. Somebody was talking today, or half the internet was talking today, not somebody, that the Patriots were one of the ones that was involved in the trade with Corral. So the Patriots ended up getting Corral anyway and getting picks for the Panthers to take Corral last year.
Oh, that worked out.
Yeah. So. Bailey Zapp and Malik Cunningham back to Patriots on practice squad. I see here.
So they have 2 quarterbacks on the active roster and 2 on the practice squad. So is Corral the backup? Because Matt really fell forward if that's the case.
At the moment, the way the situations are structured, Matt Corral is the backup quarterback for the New England Patriots.
That's
at the moment.
The best day of his professional career. He would be incredibly advised to be the best of good citizens.
Yes, because again, if you get picked up off waivers, you have to be put on the active roster. He is the only quarterback on the active roster outside of Mac Jones at this moment for the New England Patriots. Okay. If they had a practice tomorrow, he's running second team. Again, they can move things around. Who knows? Maybe they go get a veteran. They've got nothing but young dudes. Mac Jones still very young, so maybe there's something we're missing here. Maybe, Corral ends up rostered as the third quarterback, and they go get a backup for an experienced guy somewhere. But at the moment, it's Corral and Mac Jones. He had a day.
That's a good day.
He had a day.
Considering he was in Oxford last night with no job. That's a good day.
Come a long way in 24 hours. Now you have a job.
Literally, that's the kind of break that your career needs, and you just would be so advised to really sponge off of some people. Oh, my God.
Utah scores on the first offensive play of the game to go up 7-0, and now they are covering against the Gators. The 6.5 has disappeared quite quickly there in Salt Lake City.
That was just a floater of a pass.
Yeah, the backup quarterback threw a horrendous duck, and it got caught for a really long touchdown. 70 yards.
Yeah.
Cam Rising looks like an out-of-work NASCAR driver.
He does look like a NASCAR driver. Had a concussion
Money
last
Parks
week.
catches the pass. That's a good name for a wideout. Money Parks is a good wideout name.
Yeah, that's a good name.
That's a good one right there now. So, huge throw anyway. SEC speed did not help the Gators right there on the first possession for the Utes.
Good bit of content up at MPW Digital on our YouTube channel. It's also up at rebelgrove.com. We've got the butcher versus the dance instructor, Greg Jones, my daughter Caroline, going against each other this year on picks. And then we've got Pete's Pigskin Preview. It's brought to you by Riverland Roofing. Pete gets you ready for Mercer and Ole Miss on Saturday afternoon. Breaks down the Mercer offense, which is unique, very unique schematic offense.
So now you're saying?
No. I'm not saying Pete's point, and it's really good. It's a good watch. Mercer, because of what they do with alignment and a lot of eye candy because they have to do stuff because they can't line up and beat you. What he did was he went back to 2021 and he showed Mercer, Alabama. So it was Mercer against Pete Golding.
Oh, okay.
And he shows you what you have to do defensively against Mercer is you must communicate. He was saying that's going to be the big challenge for Ole Miss is that they're going to be forced to communicate in week 1 because Mercer does a lot. He shows it. It's really interesting.
A lot of switching, if you will.
Well, I mean, some really intricate pre-snap movement. That's and a lot of misdirection, a whole lot of eye candy to try to distract you and create a lane, create a mismatch. It was really interesting. I learned a lot.
So Pete Golding has seen this Mercer offense.
He has.
Yeah.
And if you watch the show with Pete, I think you will enjoy the Mercer Ole Miss game much more than you would if you just
look, when you're going into something, you should be educated. So get educated.
Yeah. So it's really, really good. And I think you'll enjoy it. That's brought to you by our friends at Riverland Roofing. Let me find that reader because I appreciate them very much. If you'd like some peace of mind knowing that your roof is taken care of, whether you need an inspection, a new roof, or a maintenance program, Riverland Roofing has you covered, home or business. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, they can offer warranties that last a lifetime. Licensed and insured, Riverland services Mississippi and its surrounding states. So text or call Riverland today at 662-644-4297. Also want to welcome College Town Oxford to the MPW Digital family. Are you ready for the ultimate college experience? Welcome to College Town Oxford, your new home away from home. They know you want the best. That's exactly what they offer. No more long commutes or missing out on campus events at Ole Miss. College Town Oxford is next door to the University of Mississippi Oxford campus. College Town Oxford offers spacious 2, 3, 4, and 5 bedroom cottages, each with individual leases because they believe in flexibility and simplicity. Their incredible amenities will make you feel like you're living in a resort. Whether it's a weekend binge watch session or hosting the best game day parties, you'll do it in comfort and style, cheering on the Rebels with your friends. The community is designed to give you the perfect blend of comfort and convenience. So don't break up the gang. Grab your friends, pick out your favorite floor plan, reserve it today at collegetownoxford.com. Collegetown Oxford, this must be the place. Text their VIP list today to be the first to know when the leasing for fall 2024 is open. That's 662-300-3733.
Yeah, Anthony, that is the thing that's probably going to happen all season. Is one series and Mertz is not impressive because Mertz is not impressive. I mean, come on.
He's yet to be impressive as a collegiate player.
It was all.
I mean, you just never know when the lights.
I did the sanity pick where I'd be much more pissed the other way, but I'm really kind of mad at myself right now. Like,
did you pick Florida?
Well, I mean, we all did. It doesn't matter, and it wasn't one of the ones to go out there and put your stake on.
Well, I just thought Rising wasn't going to play.
Well, he's not playing.
And he's not playing, and it still might not matter.
Nebraska has the best suits of the 4 so far. Well, they've got traditional.
I'm the one that should be mad at himself because I'm the one of the group of us that watches Big Ten football. I've watched Graham Mertz a lot.
So you hated Florida coming into the year and had seen Graham Mertz and still picked the Gators.
I did. And he very much has that look in his eyes that he did when he played at Wisconsin. Like, this is too big.
Everything is moving too fast for me right now.
This is more than I can handle. He has the look in his eyes that I think I would have in mine.
I mean, he got 5, but they just ran the option with Graham Mertz.
Yeah. Well, I think they're trying to get him just to go play because he's freaked out right now. Go play.
Okay. Utah's all red is actually kind of growing on me the more I watch.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad. It would be better with a white pant, but it's okay. 21 has a concussion.
Is that what that was?
I think so. Yeah, Siski absolutely is all in on the Gators. But look.
So what does all in mean? What does he think they're going to do? I mean, they're going to an Access Bowl, so what's he think?
No, look. Tyler and Billy are friends, okay? And so friendship clouds things. They say don't do business with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his friend. I give him some grace.
Fish saying YouTube TV multi-view is great. I'm actually contemplating switching from Hulu to YouTube TV.
I like YouTube TV.
I'm really contemplating making that.
I've got YouTube TV.
Because I watch so much YouTube anyway. Like,
and
put it all under one system.
I've got that and Fubo.
So what is that giving me that I don't have on YouTube TV?
What you get with Fubo is the Reds, Cardinals, Braves.
So you're avoiding blackouts for baseball.
I can watch the Cubs.
College football, am I getting things I don't normally get? Am I getting any regional stuff that's going to give me games?
Don't know. You get Stadium.
Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe.
I don't know what else you get. You get other stuff, yes, but I don't know what exactly.
Okay. Just contemplating.
Ginger has YouTube. I thought she said I hate YouTube TV. She said I have.
Everyone
YouTube
is
TV.
complimenting YouTube TV in the
I've enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, Miles Battle at corner.
Yeah,
I like Miles.
Is that him at the bottom, number one, or up at the top?
I don't know. Can't tell. I can't pick him out of the crowd that well. Got to catch the football there, bud.
Yeah, it wasn't Graham's fault.
That was alligator arms, though. A little worried about across the middle and not knowing what was coming in a second.
He was worried.
It's 4th and 5. I mean, this isn't good. This is a bad start. You lose Disney and ESPN Plus bundle, but I'm not sure I'm even doing it that way, which may be an idiot thing, but yeah, I'm contemplating it. I think it's the way to go. So,
and you get NFL Sunday Ticket.
It's true.
I bought it early in the summer for the discounted price.
Okay.
I'm glad because I'd be pissed off if I was buying it now. But
when you could have gotten a better price and didn't.
Yeah, but I bought it then, and so I've got it.
And you camp out on Red Zone, don't you?
Yes. What I'm going to do is when I'm working, I'm going to put one game on a game, and then I'm going to put Red Zone on the other TV.
Okay.
Unless there's two games I want to watch, at which point I'll watch two games.
Yeah, sure. I get it. It's very scenic there in Salt Lake.
I've been told by people who've gone to both stadiums that both Utah and Brigham Young are worth doing from a scenic standpoint, that it's really cool. Like from a around atmosphere and stuff, that it's really neat.
Utah, what do you feel like their positioning is in the Big 12?
Oh, they're one of the elite programs in the Big 12. I mean, they're good. They're solid.
Kyle Whittingham becomes the best coach in the Big 12. He's a damn good coach.
Yeah, I think that's true.
He's a damn good coach.
Yeah.
He's an interesting coach because the Utah job is not SC or something like that, but it's good. They do a really, really good job. They've been in big games. They've been in access bowls, all that kind of stuff. You can do sort of the Whittingham thing depending on the mood and the situation. He's almost like underrated, right? Correctly rated and overrated, all sort of depending on the connotation that you want to use at that point. But I mean, he's a really, really good football coach, and is very happy to just stay there. Yeah, Mertz is missing throws, and the backup quarterback for Utah takes the shot in the pocket, stays in the pocket, makes the throw, and is routing people around blitzes right now.
Nice little crossing route.
Got a little different situation here. Memphis, thanks for the super chat. Today, to the best of our knowledge, we are trying to get confirmation on that.
Have you not confirmed?
It's been a bit of a day.
Okay.
I avoided that at the top of the show on purpose because I think I'm right. Think we're right.
Okay.
But
Are we still having site wars?
No, I think it's been calm today.
Okay.
It's been all right. I have not. At least nothing has been thrown to my attention. So no grenades got thrown because those always come in as screenshots into the text messages, and I've gotten nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, no grenades today.
Are you proud of me? Back in the day, I would have been super engaged in site wars, and now I'm completely oblivious.
Yeah, you had no questions or nothing today.
Nothing. I just didn't. Whatever. It is what it is.
Completely nothing today.
I figure he'll either play or he won't. Sounds like he won't.
Yeah, I don't think so. The Gron asking, is Utah just a sneaky underrated job, or is Whittingham really good? Who's ever fallen on their face at Utah? Because they won a lot of games.
Urban Meyer won there. I think it's both. I think it's a really good job.
And they've done a great job picking coaches.
Yeah, they've done it. They've hired good people. Supposedly Salt Lake City's a really good place to live. I know everybody makes all the Utah jokes and all that stuff, but people who live there really like it.
Do you find yourself being more Utah or BYU when they play each other? Who
Utah.
Do you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think I do too. And that wouldn't have been the case probably even 5 years ago. But I think now it's Utah for whatever reason.
I mean, I got nothing against BYU, but I got a feeling Utah's more my speed.
Let's say we're not going anti-Mormon here. We're just
I'm just guessing that if I hung out at Utah and then I hung out at BYU, one place would feel more like home.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Fish, Utah is going to own the Big 12. I think they're going to be really, really good in that league. I mean,
Utah, TCU,
Oklahoma State, to whatever degree,
Kansas State. Look at our guy.
He's throwing some balls right now.
That was nice.
That dude.
The moment is not too big for him right now. I mean, watch him. He's gonna look off his receiver, look back, boom, there it is. Nice throw into a window, first down.
It's my favorite Iowa thing right there. So they are a 23.5-point favorite, and the over-under is 43.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just...
Well, and no one knows whether the quarterback's going to play.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a little banged up.
So you can't go over on an Iowa game with a backup quarterback at 43.
I wouldn't think.
I know Utah State's not the Utah State from back when Chucky Keaton was there running things, but...
Look at our guy, man. He's
on
his game
week one
right
hot
now.
Take. He's better than like 75 of the Division I quarterbacks.
Watch this play. There's a nice little play fake.
He sold it okay.
Rolls to the right. There's his guy wide open.
He got bearing down. Waited that half second.
He
waited
open.
the half second.
He let him get open. Hits him in stride. Doesn't get him hurt. Takes his hit. He's fine. Yeah, nice play.
This is pretty good.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's your backup quarterback. You're pleased.
Oh,
you're tickled at this point.
Yeah, Florida might be in a little bit of
gets a nice little 4-yard pickup there on first down. Keep everything moving. Stay ahead
Mark,
of the
let's not get
chains.
crazy. We're not going Florida's going to lose to Vanderbilt again yet. I mean, I got to see it.
I mean,
look, Vanderbilt beat Hawaii 35-28.
Look,
35-28.
I watched Florida a lot last year, and if this is what Florida is, all bets are off. Now, this is first quarter of first game, so we got to be careful here. I mean, a lot of things can happen. There's a lot of football left, but
Anthony Richardson was winning the Heisman at this point last year.
He was.
But Florida does need something to sort of settle. Or
they need a nice little play here because it's third and about 3.5, 3rd and 4.
Okay. Anyway.
This is the best part about football is that you don't really give a damn about any of these games yet. You just watch.
It's
like, your day is not impacted whatsoever what happens in this Utah-Florida game other than Neal's picks.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
I mean, the content is better if Utah wins the game because I can go make fun of Florida all week.
Sure.
But no, beyond that, not even a little bit.
My guy's 16, though. There's no fear in his eyes.
He's comfortable.
He's good. Oh, I don't like that play call. Come on, show some confidence.
Oh, that was on third. Yeah,
don't. Come on, let my guy.
You're going to be outmanned at the line of scrimmage a little bit. Yeah. It's still Florida.
Let my guy have a play.
Yeah, you got to let him cook. He's throwing it around. See, you hurt his confidence a little right there. We're going to run a zero draw off.
No. And in the center, he got beat.
Yeah, let him throw.
Yeah, no, let him. Yeah,
you're at midfield. Throw the ball.
Missouri up 7-0 early over South Dakota as expected.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'm just reading the score.
Did we ever decide that they're not the Jackrabbits, right? That's South Dakota State.
That's South Dakota State, I think.
Okay. So what is South Dakota's mascot?
They're not the Grizzlies, are they? That's Montana.
That's Montana.
If Vandy beats Florida again, Matt wants Clark Lee on McCready and Siskey. Yeah, we'll try. Listen,
it's the Coyotes. The Coyotes.
Oh, okay. I sense that there is some friction between Tyler and the Vanderbilt staff.
Oh, do you really?
Just going to tell you that.
Oh, really?
I sense that, yeah.
He and Barton not
I don't
jihawing too much right now?
I think there's something there.
Okay.
I do.
Yes.
Tyler right now is like, shut up. But I kind of think there's something there.
Oh, speaking of devils.
Yeah. Tyler just texted Merch for Heisman.
Yeah. South Dakota, the second most famous Coyotes football team behind West Canaan. I did not know they were the Coyotes. Guardians signed Giolito. What do you think?
They signed Giolito, Reynaldo
Lopez,
and Matt Moore. They went ahead and just got 3 of them. Just said, we have salary, let's do it.
Well, the Angels have cut everyone.
Yeah, I was glad.
They cut the entire team.
I was a little worried that Giolito would end up with the Reds. So I was glad that he went somewhere else.
What are we talking about?
Well, we teased that we were going to talk about
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Okay, you want to do that now?
Yeah, we can do that now before we get into calls or whatnot.
Because they're not going to ask about Ted Lasso on calls.
Probably not.
I mean, typically, once we get into mid-season form, it will be pastas and pizzas and desserts for the first 25 minutes of Henry's guys and piss all of you off, and then we'll get into the rest of the action that's going on. I'll cue it up a little bit. Again, going to talk Ted Lasso. If you haven't seen it and you actually care and you whatever, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, probably, something like that.
All right.
If it's whatever, just be aware. In a second, we're going to start talking about Ted Lasso. We're going to give spoilers. So if you want to come back, like 7:45 is probably safe, I would think.
Okay.
I would think that by then I've at least exhausted most of my takes.
Go watch some football. Be mad at us.
Get a beer.
And then come back. Yeah.
Have 2 beers and come back and have at it at that point. That's kind of where we're at right now. Again, if you're in a podcast, be aware. That's all we're saying. If it's beyond that, we'll keep going. But I think that's probably fairly safe. That's something like that.
All right. What's your take?
Well, as I said, I thought that for the most part of the season, I didn't care about characters. I mentioned this the other day. I just simply couldn't find a lot of care that what was going to happen to so-and-so. And then maybe the last 3 episodes had the right feel. It felt like season 1 again. They got there wasn't an episode the entire season that was as good as the funeral episode or some of the ones we really go, wow, that was awesome.
Okay.
I didn't think there was a single episode that hit the same high note as episodes from 1 or 2 from a season standpoint.
Okay.
I thought they did a really nice job rebounding from that. I thought that the last 3 episodes solved a lot, but hey, I'm gonna be a little critical here. Then I'll let you set me up because you really liked the ending, and I'll let you take through what you liked about it. The third to last episode put a sour taste in my mouth. This is the episode that they show us things, but they don't give us the actual payoff. And when Ted Lasso is a show about investment, it's about fans caring, following, looking for all the Easter eggs, caring about multiple characters. It is an ensemble cast where you need to care about so many different people over the course of that season. You're 3 episodes from the end. You've wasted a lot of episodes with other stuff where you could have gotten here quicker. And then in the same episode, you just say Nate's no longer the coach at West Ham, but we don't get the payoff scene. We don't get him and Rupert having the conversation. We get nothing from that except a newspaper article or an iPad or whatever it was that did that.
Agreed.
It was lazy writing. It's rushing this thing when
he cared for the girl so much that he was so offended by what Rupert tried to do to him that he quit. But we didn't get to see him quit.
And they never even say quit. They go back and forth versus fired, quit, whatever.
But they would have had to have a conversation, right?
Yeah, it drove me insane. Like you wanted us to care about Nate the entire year.
Right.
After we all hated him at the end of season 2, you wanted us to care and you wanted to do this slow redemption arc and all this different stuff. And then you give us none of that. And then in the same episode, and I get that later on it became more ambiguous, but in the same episode, you gave us the suddenly Rolly and Keely were in bed and had a thing. But we got nothing from
But it felt like that was a one-night thing.
It did, but in the moment.
But they didn't tell you at the time that it was a one-night thing.
No, you thought maybe this was the new thing.
Maybe they're back together.
Yeah, you don't know differently until I think the next episode when they're I think it's called Mom City, when they're doing he says, I don't want to be just friends, but you can tell that she doesn't follow him with that at that point. And then that's kind of it. Quick hit stuff. I liked a ton of...
Remind us to go back to Keely.
Okay, yeah, we're going to. I'm going to hit a couple people. I liked from a team standpoint how they ended it. They don't win the Premier League, but they win the match, and they get to kind of exercise their demons in their own ways. I don't have a problem with that. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
But it's a slapstick show. I also don't mind had you just let them win and let us feel good all the way and they win the damn Premier League.
Sure.
That's cool.
Yes.
I would have been perfectly okay with that.
I would have preferred that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In some ways, they made this, that can't be whatever. And it's like, hold on a minute. It's where you have to suspend disbelief, which you did anyway. As I said, this is a Division I AA football coach coming to Europe and coaching the Premier League. So we're not serious from a soccer standpoint in any capacity.
Right,
ever.
right. There's a leap of imagination.
But the team that was supposed to finish dead last in the league almost wins it simply because they had a style change. Come on.
Yeah, no.
It makes no sense. But if you're going to get me there anyway, where they won 16 in a row, go ahead and finish it off. Let me see the damn trophy get held. What difference does it make?
Yeah.
What are you winning or losing by not doing that? And then maybe my most controversial take, because I've had, including a friend today, get on me about this and didn't agree.
Okay.
I thought, I don't mind the outcome. We all knew it. It was all telegraphed. I have no issue with the outcome at all. I think it was the right outcome. Really lazy to simply let Rebecca run into the pilot getting off the plane. Give me something else to get you two back together versus this just serendipitous happenstance that you run into one another because the girl falls in front of your feet at that moment. Give me something more.
Oh,
Any
okay.
other scene, I don't care.
Like what?
I don't care. That's not my job. But you know what I mean? Like, so, I mean, it was kind of cheap. Like, it just, again, I'm holding the writers to a really high standard because I really like the show. But I went, we've really cared about whatever her romantic relationship is for a long time. I got no issue with the dude. I thought their scenes in the houseboat was some of the better done things of the entire season. It was
100%.
really well done.
100%.
All the way around, including the end and whether they did or didn't and all that stuff.
Florida pulls to within 7-3, drives down the field. 2:27 left in the first.
But yeah, it felt a little too on the nose, cheesy. Like, just give me something.
You know, I had not thought about that. And now that you say that, that's more than fair. It's kind of lazy.
It was lazy.
Well, you know what happened? What happened was, and I'm convinced I'm right here, and I don't know the timing, and so maybe I'm completely wrong, but in my mind, I think I'm right. They spent so much of season 3 around crap. For example, okay?
Yeah, sure.
A player's gay. Okay. Is that news anymore? In modern society, a player being gay is...
That was not what I thought. They handled that fine. It's Keely having the lesbian turn.
Yes.
That was actually the overkill because you didn't need two simultaneously.
Right. That was like, we're going to ram this down.
You have a certain number of minutes. Even if you extend episodes, you got a certain number of minutes.
But you understand my point.
I get it.
We built a lot around a player being gay. I don't think in today's society, a teammate being gay is a big deal. The response among teammates would have been, okay.
Now, I did think I read somewhere there is no openly gay Premier League player.
Okay.
I think I have read that somewhere.
But I think there's an assumption.
Sure.
In modern society.
Well, because, I mean, have a large number of people together. Come on.
If I were to poll one, if I were to poll, let's bring it home.
Yeah, sure.
If I were to poll 80 Ole Miss football players, do you think there's a gay player on your team? I think the answer would be overwhelmingly yes. And then if I followed up with, do you care? I think the answer would be overwhelmingly no. And I think that would apply at just about every program in the country. If I went to Toledo, if I went to Eastern Washington, if I went to San Jose State, I think I'd get the same answer at every place.
Sure.
Yeah, there's probably a player gay, and no, I don't really care. And so it just kind of felt like, what are we doing? And then, yeah, you're right. They did the thing with Keely, which, I'll be honest, it didn't hit me as genuine. She's had relationship with Jamie and Roy, and she's been into guys, and all of a sudden...
And you could have kept the entire same storyline of her company without that. We get a lot of minutes right there together when we put both storylines together at the same time.
Yeah, so you wasted a lot of time, and then you get to the end, and now we're cramming stuff together, and it's like, well, we don't have time to do this, so let's just make it happen.
And that's even with the last episode being like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They extended the hell out of it. It was always going to go 3 seasons as long as it did well. Season 1, you had the comedy, the fun, the lighthearted, the perfect 2020 drug for you. Season 2 got more serious, got somber at times, did a lot of other stuff, really went into mental health in a ton of different ways. That's the problem with season 3, is it was just so disjointed. It never, until the end, didn't have an emotion or a tone to it. It just didn't. It didn't hit. We didn't. We got more into characters, but I don't know that we got deeper into maybe any character outside of Beard in season 3 for the most part. We sort of we sort of had the continuation of what we already knew about most characters. I don't know that we really expanded a lot of storylines from a character development standpoint in season 3.
No, that's fair. We found out more about Beard at the end.
Yeah, him for sure.
We certainly saw Roy develop.
I think Roy was the best written character of the show.
For sure.
I do.
And then, okay, quickly, because we're gonna stop.
Yeah, we got 8 minutes. We're fine. I said 7:45.
What did you think about the way they ended it with Ted?
Okay.
Because I had monumental issues with the way they ended it with Ted. I got it with his son. I loved that.
Great with the son. I'm good with it being ambiguous at best and likely not ending up with the ex-wife. I don't mind that.
Okay.
It's real.
Sure.
I don't mind.
Sure.
And again,
it's complicated.
You'd like the ribbon and everybody be happy. I get it. I don't mean that as a criticism.
But that was complicated, and I get it.
As I told
she very clearly was leaving the doctor.
Oh, yeah. And look, there's not it doesn't mean that it's not ever going. I mean, they don't say no. They just don't show you the scene.
Yeah.
There's no obvious no, they cannot get back together. My deal with him, again, if you had so much, well, yeah, that's a good point too. Why the hell was Ted not at Beard's wedding?
Why was he not the best man?
He was there. What the hell are we doing?
He would have been the best man at the wedding.
He would have flown to wherever that was and done the wedding.
He would have been the best man at the wedding.
Yeah, it's ludicrous. It was so stupid. That was the worst writing of the entire show.
I hated that.
Worst writing of the entire show. Also, Ted going home is cool. Can you give me one line, just one line on what the hell his job is now? What's he doing?
Coaching his son's Little League team.
Put him in freaking wherever and have him coach an MLS team at least. Do something.
Yeah.
To show that he has a job.
Because he figured soccer out.
He left the Premier League, who was about to be the highest paid coach in whatever, to go and just be around his son without a gig?
Well, one of the things I hated was it took 3 seasons for him to figure out offsides. If you watch much soccer, you figure out offsides pretty quick. It's not complicated. Like, come on. It's not that complicated. If the player is ahead of it's just an easy call.
Sure.
Even in the English Premier League, like, you see it.
Okay. Yeah.
And when they go to VAR, you're like, oh, yeah, he's offsides. That bugged the hell out of me. As someone who's had to learn soccer on the fly, learning offsides is not complicated.
You know, the show hurt itself a lot with writing in season 3 to the point that when I step back, and it just ended in the last few months, it doesn't get to the rarefied air of The Office. I know it's only 3 seasons versus 10.
Not even close.
The Office, Seinfeld.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
A lot of movies. I mean, a lot of comedy shows that are in that top echelon. Because look, it's been in our lexicon and our pop culture to such an extent that you at least have to have that conversation of where does it sit from a comedy standpoint. And the writing was bad enough in season 3 that doesn't get there, because what it ends up doing is there had some great character development. They had great arcs. You cared about Ted in so many different ways over the course of 3 seasons. Roy Kent in so many different ways. Rebecca in so many different ways. But in a lot of ways, at the end of the day, it pulled on our emotions and our heartstrings more than it did with clever writing.
Yeah.
Because when I have to look at it and go, okay,
if they had started the show in any time that wasn't a pandemic, would we have ever bought into it?
Less so, for sure. We weren't streaming, in all those ways.
And we just wanted something so bad.
Well, on the left side, we have to go, hey, this is a slapstick show, and you can't worry about the fact that he would never get this job and that this team would never be good and that all these things would happen. And all this stuff has got to be complete disbelief on the left. And then on the right, we really, 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 really care. We really, really, really care about all the developments and the people and all those kind of things from that level. Like, it just...
Tyler just texted us and said, Ever since Chase started talking about Ted Lasso, Mert's looking like Tom Brady. Keep going, Chase.
Did we ever get more development into Leslie at all?
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
We went the entire 3 seasons without one little thing to go, hey, this is who this cat is and why he's here in the first place.
Yeah, and he appears to have like a lot of depth to his character, and we just don't get it. When the ball leaves the player's foot, when the ball leaves the passer's foot, if the offensive teammate is behind all of the other defenders on the opposing team, it's offsides. What you want to do is you want to time it where you're accelerating as the ball leaves the teammate's foot, and then you run after the ball leaves the passer's foot, you accelerate behind the defense and create a fast break. But you have to time it. It's a play that requires chemistry.
Yeah, sure.
You can't just be behind waiting on the ball. You have to move beyond the defenders after the pass leaves the player's foot.
All right.
Soccer, look, not to be a soccer geek, but soccer is a beautiful game. You just have to sort of learn it. And it requires timing. The passing and stuff is a timing thing. It's beautiful. It's in the same way basketball is beautiful.
Yeah,
the same way that football is beautiful.
Yeah, movement.
Yeah, it's intricate. It's more intricate than it appears when you first watch it, when you don't understand what the hell you're watching.
All right, quick hits. We got about 2 minutes. Season 3 grade.
A B.
Yeah, B minus. That's kind of where I'm going.
I have no problem with B minus.
Series grade. B plus.
B.
Okay. Will you ever rewatch?
No.
Not even season 1 or certain episodes or anything else?
I mean, if I'm watching, like if Laura decided that she wanted to watch Ted Lasso, I'd watch it with her.
Okay.
Would I watch it on my own? No.
You won't run and rewatch?
No.
The same way you would The Office or something else?
No, I'm good.
Character you cared about the most at the end?
Roy.
Ooh. I think I'm with you. Character that I probably should have cared about a little more but didn't was Jamie. Didn't care, really. Just couldn't quite get myself there.
Yeah, he's fine. They did a pretty good job with him at the very end.
I thought they were so close to getting Rebecca a ton of depth where I really cared, and they just couldn't quite get there.
Agreed.
Just so close,
right
but they
there.
couldn't go over the thing to make me go, wow.
Well, I wanted her to be happy, and then the pilot thing happened, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Sure.
Because back to the same thing. We needed the entire storyline of the Nigerian thing simply to make her tell off Rupert and reject him and defend the fans. We spent all that time to pull that off.
My favorite scene remains Ted playing darts.
100. I will rewatch it on YouTube once a month.
8 gazillion times.
Yes.
Beautiful. The people that wrote that scene, chef's kiss. Fantastic. Hit you in every field.
I will say this, and again, we're stopping 7:45. Thank God they put Roy Kent, the new coach, and not Nate.
Yes.
He didn't deserve that. We still hate him enough.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You're not in charge.
Yeah, no, Roy was the right call.
There's no redemption arc here.
They did a
way.
great job with Roy. Roy was an A. Everything else failed from an A standpoint. Nobody else got an A.
Memphis asking, what character did you hate? Did you hate a character?
No. I was very frustrated with what they did with Keeley.
Yeah.
The Keeley thing felt disingenuous.
Yeah.
She had feelings for Jamie. She loved Roy. Roy left her. It hurt. I always felt like she really kind of felt something for Jamie. And then out of the blue, that happened. And I was like, come on, this doesn't even feel right.
Yeah. What are you going to next? You got a show or anything lined up?
I'm watching Hijacked.
What's that on?
Apple Plus.
Is it good?
It's good.
Okay.
It's fine. It's entertaining. Okay, that wasn't a good throw.
See, we finish and Mert's back to throwing ducks all over the just. They're giving UT Martin a little bit. They're actually giving them a chance. It's not 100% that Georgia wins the game per the FBI on Saturday. It just says 99 plus.
Yeah,
for the Bulldogs.
I'll just tell you it's 100.
We were talking about Ted Lasso because we promised we would 2 days ago, or yesterday. I don't know. It's all running together.
This morning.
No, it was yesterday morning.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was yesterday morning.
I lose track.
Yeah. It's also the first week of the season. We have no games yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just here.
It's
guys.
hard. Well, when you get to this place, it's
The
hard.
hay is in the barn on Thursday nights.
It's hard to talk about football until the football's been played. Like, I need to see Ole Miss play a football game. I'd like to see Tulane play a football game. And then next week, it'll be a lot easier to talk about Ole Miss and Tulane than it is now.
Oh, Ross from Friends is a horrible human.
Oh, he's bad.
He's a horrible guy.
Yeah. That shows that. I don't want to go down that.
I don't
rabbit
even
hole.
mean the PC parts. It's just not well written, and we expect so much more out of our TV now than we did in the late 90s that it just doesn't translate the same way. There's some arcs that work, but overall, that show today gets bombed.
Have you watched The Bear?
I've started. I haven't caught up.
Okay.
Yes, I am attempting to do that, but I had other stuff I had to get through.
Now, the writing on The Bear, I think, is fantastic, to the point of it being almost too good.
Really?
Yeah. I won't do any spoilers, but
Okay.
God, season 2 at the end was like, whoa, man, it was heavy.
No, I'm not making fun of Friends. I mean, I used to be a Friends fanatic, and I still will watch it. I'll catch it on things.
Graham fumbled.
It's on the ground.
No, it can't go there. It's got to go back. That's
So where is it?
It should be. He should be a yard short.
Or is he saying it went out of bounds right there?
But he fumbled it forward.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like 4th and 1.
It should be 4th and 1. I think, if my understanding of football rules is accurate. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, definitely short. Only he can recover his own fumble forward, right?
Yeah. So it should be at the 11.
Memphis asking for thoughts on House of Cards on season 3. I don't remember what season it is, but get to the end of whatever season it is and stop.
Yeah, just
It
let it go there.
completely goes off.
The last season of House of Cards is Rocky, Rocky 5.
Does it get all the way to the last season before it's bad though? Is it only one bad season?
I didn't make it to the end. Once
Spacey's gone.
I was out.
Okay. For a show that season 1's really good. I mean,
Oh my
just
God.
pow, pow. Like you're
fantastic.
all in.
It's a
then-
banger.
Yeah. And then, oh boy. Yeah, they're at the end. It's leaking oil and the carburetor's got issues and they're just trying to get her on to the finish line at that point. It's in a bad shape. It's in bad shape.
They got jumped.
Tyler, I'm sorry. We could not continue to talk about a soccer TV show the entire night. It was what it was. We're about to cut it to 7-6 right here. It's all good.
No, it's competitive. It's a good game. What's going on over here in Nebraska?
Minnesota's up 3-0.
Okay. Big Ten football, baby.
Told the Oxford 7th grade team won on the last play of the game tonight. So,
congratulations to the Chargers.
20 to 14.
Oh, he missed the field goal. Missed the chip shot.
Did he really?
Yeah.
College kickers.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Notre Dame has a better than 99% chance of beating Tennessee State.
Well, yes.
Yeah, it's true. Let's see what happens here. He just misses it, pushes it.
Oh, he did not come off his foot well at all.
No. I feel bad for his parents.
You always you feel bad for every time.
I always feel bad for the kickers. I feel bad for the kickers' parents. Always.
Oh, all right. You want to open it up?
I want to do the show where we get Andrew Ritter in and then I get Cam Little on the phone and we do a whole kicker show.
Okay.
That'd be a good show.
I mean, Andrew told him last week whenever.
Yeah.
He'll come on down and do it.
Cam told Caroline he'll do it whenever.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. How good do you feel when you hit one? And God, how terrible do you feel when you miss?
That's like so Cam, you made a kick against LSU in Baton Rouge to win the game.
That feels big.
What did that feel like?
Yeah.
You missed a kick against Texas A&M that would have won the game. How did that feel? Which one do you think about the most?
Well, the one you missed.
Right?
Everybody, come on.
That's the one that haunts you?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's bad as humans. It's something we should work on. Losing feels way worse than winning feels good.
Yeah.
Because when you win, you enjoy it, but it's next. Okay. But now, losing, it's agonizing. You got to get back now. Yeah.
Like Andrew made that kick against LSU.
Yeah.
If he'd missed it and Ole Miss had lost in overtime, would it still haunt him to this day?
To this day, hopefully not. But no, no, huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
I remember being super happy for Andrew when he made the kick.
Oh.
I've always had a thing for kickers, man. When you say to me, hey, what do you want to happen in this game? I want two things. I want it to go fast, and I don't want it to come down to a kick.
You don't want a kicker to miss a last second
You
kick.
vouch for this. I do not want a game to come down to a kick, because I'm going to feel sick for the kicker if he misses it. Whether it's the Ole Miss kicker or the kicker for the other team, I'm going to feel terrible for the kicker.
It appears we had about 20 people fall off during the Lasso talk that still wanted to see it. The number went down 20 and then right back up at 7:45.
That's well, we told them what we do.
Yeah,
we're done. We're done with talking about it. Utah now driving a little bit. I think we can open. I think I've got the phone number right.
I mean, if you don't,
we'll
figure it out.
It is. We'll figure it out.
It's week 0 for us. They haven't played a game yet.
All right, there's the number that's up. I'm 99.99% sure.
662-4 something.
426-1464 is the number.
426-1464.
It says I'm connected, so
I kind of hate to promise anything. I know how these goes, but so they were talking about the 2003 Ole Miss OSU game in the thread. Barring any sort of cancellation or something, actually a member of that Ole Miss team will be on the MPW Digital Network tomorrow on a show.
Okay.
So barring any complications, tomorrow morning you can catch that. 7:00 is the kick for that Tulane South Al game. By the way, I think I said 6:30 this morning, so just so people are aware of that. 7:00 Saturday night for Tulane and South Al.
Yes. We had King Womack on McCready and Siskey. He talked about it. He did know the kickoff time.
Y'all had him on again today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's going to. I think we're going to have him every Thursday.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Da-da-da.
Yeah, I know.
Da-da-da.
It's awful. I'm going to figure it out, but I haven't yet.
We did not get Eli. No, sorry. Wrong guess. Eli, if you're listening, love to have you on. Just have your people call my people. There it goes.
All right, let me make sure I've got this all.
You got to move it over, though, right?
I think I've got it. Let's see.
Hello?
Hey, who we got, caller? Oh, hold on.
Greenville?
There you go. Go ahead. Who do we have?
Go ahead.
Hey, just a quick question about the playoffs next year. They're going to start the week after the SEC championship game, right?
I'm not sure the exact schedule, but I think that's basically right. Yeah, the on-campus games will be like the week before Christmas.
Okay, quick question. Say put yourself in Nick Saban's shoes. You're in that week. You're tied with LSU. If you lose to Auburn, you go play Georgia in the SEC championship game. Do you not play your starters and lose the game and guarantee yourself a bye week, or do you risk not having a bye week and play and then?
No, you play to win the game. You play to win the game because you don't know how to you can't. No, you play to win the game. Absolutely.
Sure.
All right.
What would you do?
Okay, you're down by 2 touchdowns at halftime. Well, I have gone back and forth on it. I mean, if you find yourself down 2 touchdowns at halftime, the SEC championship game, do you try to win that, come back and win the game, and be tired the next week when you have to play the SEC? I mean, the playoffs, or.
The question is, if you play your starters and win, do you get a bye versus not getting a bye? I'm doing everything I can, as long as that game is at all winnable, to get the bye. If I'm in a situation where I'm in but not getting a bye, which is a pretty slim.
Here's the question: what if you're 12-0, and whether or not you win the SEC championship, you're going to get a bye? Do you try to win the SEC championship?
Well, yeah, if you're going to get a bye anyway, but if you're not. I mean, you're risking your stars not having a chance to rest, getting hurt, for a game that ultimately, for lack of a better word, is meaningless, or not meaningless, but doesn't mean as much as the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm only exerting myself for 4 quarters if it means bye versus no bye. If I get behind 2 touchdowns and I can't get a bye anyway, I'm out. The goal is to win the national title. That's it. In the world of playoffs,
Right.
it's like in basketball. You're not selling out for the conference tournament if you're already in the tournament. I'm good.
So does that mean there's one less meaningful game now?
Yeah, here's the equivalency, right? If you're let's say you're the Cubs and the Brewers, okay? And you're coming down the stretch.
Okay.
They play each other the last week of the season in Milwaukee. And let's say they both know that they're going to, at worst, get a wild card bid. One's going to be the 3 seed and one's going to be the 4 or the 5. Do you fight to win the division, or do you set up your pitching so that you have your ace going in game 1?
I set up my ace going into game 1.
Bingo. And if that means that the other team wins the division, so be it. Because your goal is to make it as far as you can in the playoff, not to win the division.
Okay, what would the fans' reaction be to that, you think?
You're a fan. Tell me.
Well, as somebody that's always dreamed of seeing Ole Miss in that game.
It'd piss you off. That's the answer. It would piss you off.
Yeah.
The pissed off would go away if they won the national championship.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, completely. You'd never think about it again. But if they lost in the first round, you'd be like, you bastard.
Yeah.
So there's the answer. So the bottom line is that the answer is outcome touchdown Utah. The answer is determined by the outcome. And unless you have a crystal ball, you don't know the outcome. So it's strategy.
Oh, yeah. And if they don't get I think I would be tempted just to, and I know this would tick the fans off, but I think I would be tempted to, say, we didn't come here to just beat Auburn. We came here to win the playoffs, and what gives us the best chance, sit the players, not go to the championship game. And I mean, because if you're 10-2, you're going from the SEC.
Agreed.
So, or 11-1, I mean, you're going.
Oh, 11-1, you're certainly going. 10-2, you're probably going. Yeah.
Yeah. So I take the loss in the Auburn game, not go, let LSU go or whoever, and let them wear themselves out.
It's why I tell people next season's going to be fascinating. I mean, 2024 in our country is going to be, if you like sports and you're interested in politics, this is going to be like the year you're living history. We're going to experience it all together because the football season is going to be completely different, and the national political landscape is going to be something that people will be writing about a century from now.
Yep. All right, guys. I enjoyed the show.
Thank you. Appreciate the call.
Bye.
Speaking of those dates, by the way, for the first year of the playoff, the first round on-campus games, 1 game in the evening on Friday, December 20th, 3 games on Saturday, December 21st, early afternoon, late afternoon, and evening for those, the 20th and 21st quarterfinals, the 31st and January 1st. That's the Fiesta Bowl, the Peach Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl.
Yep.
And the semifinals, the Orange Bowl and Cotton Bowl on January 9th and 10th. National championship not until January 20th.
Hey, who do we have?
Hey, guys, it's Austin.
Hey, Austin, what's up?
Man, not much. Just watching the game. I just wanted to run a quick question by you guys. Y'all good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Good deal. Hey, so me and a couple buddies of mine at the gym were talking the other night, and I honestly was curious what you guys would think about this. So with 2024 coming next year, with college football expanding in basically every way, conference numbers expanding, you've got playoff fields expanding. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think we'll ever see a day where the regular season college football schedule is increased from 12 games to something like 14 or something like the NFL? They expanded theirs a couple of years ago. You think we can do that?
Ooh, gut feeling is no. But listen, all of the things that would be used in the past to argue against that no longer exist. especially if you get into some form of revenue sharing. If there's some form of revenue sharing, man, maybe. I mean, I'm thinking off the cuff. That's a great question. I haven't even thought about that one time. Chase, what do you think? If there's revenue sharing and the TVs go, we'll pay more money, but we got to have more product.
Okay, if you play that out, though, I mean, again, anything can be fixed. I mean, you can redo schedules completely. So if you were just determined to go, yes, that is the way we're going to do this and whatever, but that means you're playing an NFL type schedule for that length of time, which means there is no transfer period around Christmas. It means academically you're running into the spring with the same situations. You bring in, unless you're completely taking out the fact that they're a quote student athlete, you're bringing in pass-fail grades being due in the middle of the season and getting academic ineligibilities.
These are all good points.
You're completely changing the model at that point. If you're going to do that, I think that only happens if the players are employees of the school and don't have actual academic requirements. I think it would literally take that type of change to get there, because anything less than that, because you're going up against two things. You're going to get some money, which rules the day, but that's also completely negating any of the people who want to fight for player safety, which is something we talk about right now too.
Yeah.
And the number of games and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. So I think that's the issue is you're having to completely reset everything we know from a logistical standpoint on how the sport works to do that. That's not saying no, because I mean, look, it takes a lot to get into my Tyson zone to shock me anymore.
Well, you'd have to add a week 0 game for everyone and eliminate the bye for everyone.
When you can't eliminate the bye, because then you're just playing 13 straight. I mean,
yeah.
No.
So the answer, Chase just nailed it, I think. Good job, Parham.
Yeah, thanks. What do you think?
I'll let you guys get back to it. Personally, I think I kind of agree with y'all. I really do. I could be talked into maybe a 14 regular season schedule. I could be talked into it, but because I'm not sure when they made the jump from 11 regular season games to 12. I'm not sure how long it's been, but I'm sure they probably had some of the same kind of questions about that back then that they have about this now. So I could be talked into it. I honestly think it'd be good for the sport. That's just me. But hey, what do I know?
Oh, I don't know that anybody knows anything at this point. I mean, I don't know that we're going through this process of change. I don't know that anybody's the authority at this point.
No.
All right. Thanks for the call. Appreciate you.
Well, hey, guys, it's always good to talk to y'all. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
I think it went from 11 to 12 games in 2002 because Ole Miss with Eli in 01 went 7-4 and didn't go to a bowl. And I want to say they were 6-6 in the regular season in 2002. If I have that right? Maybe they were. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were 7 and something.
I don't know.
They beat Nebraska in the Independence Bowl. Lord, quarterback at Nebraska. No, because the 05 team went 3-8. So I guess it was dependent on how many weeks were between. I guess the number of games actually could change back then. Maybe I have that right.
We're having a conversation in the thread about Buffalo Trace.
Oh.
It was $29. I thought that was a good buy.
It's a great buy.
That's what I thought.
Especially today's bourbon market.
Yeah. You never can find it. So I found it.
Yeah, God.
I mean,
you basically have to stay away from all the stuff that's of any name now. It's all been jacked up price-wise.
Talbot, thank you for the super chat. Glad the season is back as well. Good luck to your brother at South. And Austin, thank you for the super chat as well. 14-3 Utes over the Gators about halfway through the second. 3-0 Minnesota over Nebraska.
I will say this, is frustrated as I've been on Monday, and I will continue to beat the drum. The flow has not felt overly fast in this game. It's been normal.
Yeah, it's been fine.
It's been
fine.
Just acknowledging that. That's all.
That's good. Good of you. Look at you.
Now, Minnesota, Nebraska is going a little quicker. They're 5 minutes ahead.
Yeah, but this is Big Ten. This is
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Perfectly normal. This is what we do. This is what we do. And Nebraska is playing very deliberate tonight.
Are they?
Intentionally, yes.
Okay. 54-yard kick for the Gophers is short and wide left. Maybe just wide left. But
if you had the under, you're feeling good right now. The over-under on this was 43. You're liking it right now.
Yeah, there has to be a way to find this chirp.
There's a way. I just haven't found it, and it'll go away for a few minutes.
Have you unplugged one cord at a time to kind of figure out what cord it's in?
Yep.
And it's still
But
nothing?
You have to be going to hear it.
Define going.
Broadcasting.
Literally broadcasting. Not so if we had no.
When I do anything like all the other stuff.
If we just had audition running without YouTube,
I don't think
it doesn't click?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is it showing up in our podcast too?
Yes.
Not just our stream?
Podcast.
Okay.
It's not showing up in the YouTube stream, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jay Robertson, thank you for the super chat. It's good to be back on Thursday nights as well.
Billy Napier looks kind of miserable out there right now. He's not having a good time.
Well, if this is who he is.
Brian, what did you predict for? Thanks for the super chat. Great to see you on Thursday as always.
Oh.
What did you predict for?
You gotta throw the ball, Graham.
What did you predict for Auburn's record this year? Just curious. I don't think I can isolate it out in the morning, but I'll try.
Good luck.
Yeah, I don't like my chances, but give it a shot.
It doesn't pop up in any of the Zooms. I taped with Greg.
Yeah, no, it won't do that.
Greg and Caroline, no noise.
Which means it's got to be an audition of the soundboard.
Yeah, Pete, no noise. Yeah, it does sound like someone is sinking a putt. That's exactly what it is.
Hitting the cup.
Hitting the cup. What are they doing? Now, see, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you.
What are we doing here?
That's fourth. It was 3rd and 22, and they throw a little screen that the only thing that could happen is an interception. That play call drives me crazy. This is one of the things that I hate. If you're going to just get rid of the ball, fine, run it. That's an awful play call on 3rd and 22. I hate that play call. It drives that stuff drives me nuts.
I know let me just,
Yeah, sure.
If that's the case, instead of sending me the file, I could just download it from YouTube in the morning and it wouldn't be in it.
Probably so.
Okay. I'll try that.
And then a shank punt. Hey man, this thing is about to get away from the Gators. You weren't watching. The 3rd down play call, if anybody else is out there, please feel free to join in. The 3rd down play call drives, that's the stuff that just eats me alive. I have no idea why, but bothers me. It's so stupid. You get paid a lot of money. That's a bad call.
Because there is no way it's going to actually work out in your favor.
No, the only potential.
You would rather just run a bunch of fly routes and throw the dang thing down the field.
Or just run the ball.
So just submit.
Yeah, well, you're going to punt. You're going to run a 3rd and 22 on a slip screen where there's defenders in the way? No, that's terrible. And then a bad punt. Yep.
Grind thinks Auburn goes 6-6 or 7-5.
Totally buy that.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
The problem, I've been saying this on other shows that I've done, the problem with the SEC West is that there's no team in the SEC West that you feel super comfortable going, yeah, they're going to suck.
Not at all.
That's the problem.
I can make an argument for every SEC West team getting to 8 wins.
That's a problem. And it's very hard.
They're not, but
right. But if you go, okay, Auburn's going to suck. It's hard to back that up because I can make an argument how they won't suck. Mississippi State's going to suck. I can make an argument how they won't suck. Easy. Arkansas is going to suck. I can make the argument that Arkansas won't suck. Texas A&M, same. It's before you even get to LSU, Alabama, Ole Miss.
Yeah, the giving.
Where those teams aren't going to suck. So if nobody sucks, people are going to win games.
Yeah. Sim's got a good point in the thread. NC State looks rough tonight, but even when they play well, they are so boring.
Yeah.
It is such boring football.
Yeah. No, they're
Even when they go 8-4, you go, I don't care.
They're 2% milk.
It's
That's what they are.
complete milk toast. Just nah.
What is milk toast, by the way? That's toast with milk?
No, because it's MILQUE.
I know. So what is it?
I don't know. It's a word that means boring. I don't know. Origin, please. I mean, I don't know. A timid or feeble person. Feeble, insipid, bland.
Yeah.
From the character Casper Milquetoast from the comic strip The Timid Soul, created by American cartoonist Harold Webster and first published in 1924. The character was named after the American dish milk toast, a food consisting of toasted bread and warm milk.
Oh, well, there you go.
I kind of feel like an idiot now because after reading that, it's somewhere in the recesses of my mind I went comic strip. But
really?
Yeah, like just
I'm impressed.
like it was a Jeopardy answer 15 years ago, and for some reason it's sort of clicking back there. I'm obsessed with Jeopardy, and I never get hardly anything right. But I just every day, just like I have to.
You do
I have
like
to watch
Jeopardy
and
a
follow.
lot.
I love it. Like
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine being the idiot because you'll have the day where they get the right category, and you're like, nope, today I would have scored, finished second today.
If NC State is 2% milk, what is Ole Miss?
Oh, something a lot more combustible than 2% milk.
Ole Miss is kind of that dish that one night it's fantastic, and the next night you're wondering.
A really complicated entree.
You're wondering if you're going to have to go to the hospital.
It's almost like a really good seafood something, and you don't know if it's been sitting out a little too long, depending on the day.
Yeah.
Cioppino.
One
night
might
have a little bit of.
One night it's just fantastic, and the next night you're like, man, there's something weird about this shrimp.
Oh, I absolutely could not win a game of Jeopardy. I mean, it would have to be like Slumdog Millionaire, where the topics just lined up perfect for the day.
That scene in The Office when Kevin and him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and now the clues: 90s television, football. It's like, oh, here we go. No, God, no.
90s Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, God, no. There are days where you know you would have beaten one other person. Like, 'cause sometimes they suck and they get bad topics. You go, okay, sure. But no, winning, God, no.
Cocktails.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mixology 101. Okay, cool. Sweet. Now, Ole Miss is not gas station sushi because the ceiling has got to be higher than that. Gas station sushi has no the ceiling is low.
Yeah. No, Ole Miss is like,
it can be damn good.
A restaurant in New Orleans that you haven't heard of, but there's a big crowd.
And you go,
and you're like, I'll try it. And one night it's just spectacular. And then you go back and it's like, oh,
root.
Oh, look at that flea flicker. Oh, he overthrew it.
Root.
Ole Miss is root. There you go.
You had a phenomenal meal there.
I did.
I think I had a phenomenal meal there.
And then I went back and it was just fine.
Yeah, because Jeffrey hazed me for at least 2 years after I took him there, and it was bad.
The first time, though, we went was amazing.
They did the thing in the cigar box with the... Oh,
it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. And it is now shut down and no longer.
All right, I'm going to do the week 1 hot take. I'm ready to do it.
Oh, now already?
Florida's 4-8.
Ooh.
There are games on Florida's schedule that I've been like, I don't know. And now I'm going, that's an L.
Jay Robertson said that's a good interview question. What would be your best Jeopardy category? One that I think you can find on YouTube, and I think it's the right category. I know some of the questions was like football penalties or something, and none of them had any idea. You're like, raise your hand going, yes, I got this. Like, you know, like false start, and never heard of it. No clue.
What is clipping?
Yeah, no. 4-8.
Yeah. For example.
4-8.
For example, South Carolina, Missouri, Arkansas. 3 games that I would have said for Florida were toss-ups, and I'll go, those are L's.
In the first half of the opener.
I'm just, what I observed so far, L's. Those are L's. They don't have anything.
Well, I mean, one score here, and this thing's night.
They don't have anything.
No, they're bad. All right.
Look at he just drops it. It's wide open. I mean, that's my. I'm admitting it. It's a first half hot take.
All right. Schedule.
Okay.
McNeese State.
Win.
Tennessee.
Loss.
I hit Tennessee in week 3.
L.
That might go really poorly.
Yes.
That might go really poorly.
Yes. L.
Charlotte.
W.
Who's our coach? No.
I don't know.
Okay. Kentucky.
L.
We haven't seen Kentucky yet.
I don't care.
Devin Leary's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt.
Win.
God, that's a weird game right there, isn't it? I mean, look, they're going to beat Vanderbilt, but that is a weird game. No, they're going to win. Come on. Florida's going to win that football game.
Anthony Richardson last year. Keep going. All right, we'll give him Vanderbilt for fun.
South Carolina.
Loss.
In Columbia.
I don't care.
They got to go to Jacksonville and play Georgia.
L.
Gainesville, Arkansas.
Loss. Who do you want? Graham Mertz or KJ Jefferson?
Not close.
Touchdown.
Because with KJ Jefferson,
field goal.
Florida would be tied or in this game right now.
Yeah.
Baton Rouge.
Oh, my God.
Columbia, Missouri.
L.
Florida State. L.
Ooh, 3-9.
Oh, we just did 3-9. We gave them Vanderbilt, didn't we?
We gave them 3 or 4. 4-8.
Yeah, 4-8.
Clay's
so now the problem is getting them to 6 is almost damn impossible.
Hard. Who you giving them? Out of the ones we just put L's, who you giving them? You giving them Arkansas? Okay. You giving them South Carolina? Missouri? Why? Give me a justification for that from what you've seen so far.
No, none of that. 0.
Clay Zelich, thank you for the super chat. He says Oxford bound from Fayetteville. Be careful driving. Who has the better season, Rocket or Judkins? You know what's interesting is that both of them, both Sanders and Judkins, have gotten bigger, like a lot bigger in the offseason. They're both carrying more weight. They both are kind of building their games. That's a cop-out answer. I think they're both going to have big years. I think they're both special backs.
Yeah, Napier survive what?
Dude, I don't know.
He doesn't survive 4-8.
No.
He survives 6-6.
Yeah, because they can give him more time. You know, this is Overreaction Thursday from one half of football.
Yeah, sure.
That's the point of it, though. I'm admitting out loud that I'm overreacting to one half of football on August 31st.
Ole Miss going white, red, white on Saturday. White helmet, red jersey, white pant.
Okay.
Sure. It's Mercer. I thought they'd wear the gray pant just to get it out of the way.
I thought they would go blue, red, gray to get it out of the way. But they're probably.
But now they're going to do it against LSU.
Well, they're saving it for ULM too.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. They wore.
Oh, that's true. They did.
Oh no, they wore.
They didn't do the everybody wants the uniforms last year, did they?
No. They did powder blue against LSU last time.
That's right.
Oxford.
That's right. Okay.
Oh, Nebraska driving. Oh, nice little play. Turns the corner.
Yeah, Lane can't, from a Q rating, survive the dalliance with a bunch of schools this year.
No.
He's got to be content this year.
No, in the scenario.
You got to be content or go. That's
in
it.
the scenario we just painted where Florida falls apart and people start writing about Lane Kiffin to Gainesville, he's got to make a proclamation.
Think that's happening?
I don't even want to go there.
It's too early for that.
Let's just leave it alone.
It's only glass number 2. It's week 1. No thanks.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go there. Let's see, Nebraska, half a minute left in the half. Oh, right to the goal line. He didn't quite get in. Do they have a timeout? They have one timeout. You got to use it. No, they're not going to use it.
Who's going to the halftime?
Nebraska. They're trying to get in. Touchdown.
He got in. Oh.
No, I don't know.
We got a flag.
I thought that it was Minnesota that jumped, but I couldn't tell.
Oh, really?
It's what it looked like to me. I thought Minnesota jumped. Man, the Big Ten's so exciting. I love the Big Ten way more than I should. And I've got to get help. I'm gonna go get therapy. I'm gonna get Big Ten therapy.
Who do you not like watching in the Big Ten?
Rutgers.
Well, they're not really the Big Ten. I don't count.
I don't like watching Michigan State.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
They're actually
I
like
don't
they're
know.
competent.
I don't like them.
You would rather watch like Indiana than Michigan State?
See, yeah, I'm right. He jumped. Well, because I like Tom,
Okay.
but
Like
otherwise,
Purdue.
no, they're
Nobody likes watching Purdue.
No one wants Purdue. Ole Miss plays Purdue soon.
Illinois has gotten more interesting.
Look at Mertz is so bad. Who's the backup?
Did he get hit again?
He can't make decisions. Watch this. I mean, maybe there's nothing there, but it's just I got monumental issues with the Gators right now.
I mean, they got this. This is a beatdown.
All right, 2nd and goal. I mean, just at the inch line.
So they did call it on Minnesota.
I think so. This isn't the worst setup in the world unless we get flagged. And if we do, we do. Yeah, they don't believe in him. Everything's checked down. 3rd and 19, they just ran a check down route. No, they called it on Nebraska. So it makes me wonder. So here's what I wonder. This is when I wonder whether coaches are as smart as we give them credit for. If I watched Graham Mertz 5, 6, 7, 8 times at Wisconsin and went, nah, what made Florida go, yeah, he's the answer?
When you don't have a quarterback, you start trying to convince yourself that anybody else can be the quarterback.
Okay.
Tanner Mordecai is the quarterback at Wisconsin. Ole Miss has 4 quarterbacks better than Graham Mertz.
Oh my goodness.
Feel free.
Okay, I'm kind of.
I get he's 17 years old, but I will take Austin Simmons, the ball coming out of his hand versus whatever the hell that is right there.
Oh, that's
his elbow's down, but the ball's at the goal.
Ball's
line.
at the goal line.
So go me. I need a frame back. That tells me nothing.
Can't tell there.
Oh, I just got a text about this. How's Dan Mullen going to handle the halftime show? No snark at all, right? Nothing.
Well, I'll forgive him if he's snarky.
Utah's schedule is interesting because this is. I mean, they look fine.
No, they look solid.
They have Baylor next week in Waco, which I don't think Baylor's very good this year. Weber State.
Okay.
UCLA in Salt Lake.
Okay.
Big one September 29th because I like this team. Jonathan Smith's done a hell of a job. They're in Corvallis on September the 29th.
Oh, that's a good game.
I'll circle that one.
That's a Friday night.
Is it?
That's a Friday night.
It is a Friday night, yes.
Sign me up.
That is a 8:00 kick on Friday night.
That's the day before Ole Miss LSU.
That is correct.
Oh, I'm in.
Cal and then SC in Los Angeles on the 21st.
Potentially huge game.
Oregon on the 28th. Back to back.
Yeah.
In a 4-week period, they get Oregon State, SC, Oregon.
Okay.
Then Arizona State, Washington, who I think is overrated.
I do too.
Arizona, Colorado.
Well, if they get there, they earned it.
Well, the schedule's actually really like.
Yeah. No, if they get there, they earned it.
The Pac-12 has about as good of a schedule as it can put together from a competent team standpoint. That's a good league right there.
That's fine. It's not their fault that Florida sucks.
Yeah. And now the problem is going to be SC is playing in the Big Ten next year, and it's all falling apart. But
yeah. Look for one last year. It's not bad.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, Utah's got some fun games on the schedule. I'm good. I'm in on that. Completely.
All right, you got 11 seconds, second down. If you hurry, you have 2 shots at the end zone. But you want to make sure you get a field goal.
Hang on. Utah has the ball again?
Yeah. Oh, he's wide open. Oh, he threw it away.
He was wide open, all right.
No, the guy underneath was wide open.
They do a pick for anybody that's not watching the game.
Yeah. Ugh. That was yuck.
It's been an ugly half.
It's Big Ten ugly. It's so ugly that it's pretty.
They don't.
Points come at a premium.
Every time they drop back to pass, something bad happens.
When you score,
that is it.
When you score in the Big Ten, you take a moment. You really celebrate the moment. You enjoy it. You savor it.
It's probably why you don't like Purdue as much as they throw the football.
Could be.
No, hold on. Quit. What are you doing? Quit that crap. That's not what we do here. Although I celebrated Jeff Sims from Nebraska a little bit coming from Georgia Tech, and he's 5 for 9 for 39 yards. Yeah, who we got with us?
Yo, it's Grind.
What's up, Grind?
Hey, can you guys hear me? Pretty
Yeah,
good?
we're good.
We hear you good. Minnesota leads Nebraska 3-0 at the half in a Big Ten extravaganza. God, this is exciting.
My goodness, man. At least Hiskey was right on that under. Hey, the thing about it is, he was so right on that under, but looks like he was so wrong on Florida. I wish there was some way he could like trade, because he's got so many points to give in that Minnesota game. I mean, I wish he could just like transfer some to the Florida game.
Yeah,
but
as Neal said, the allegiances are a little strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's his buddy. I get it. It's his pal. It's friendships. They're buddies. I know Tyler really well. Tyler is a salt of the earth, wonderful human. This is just his buddy. That's simple. We have to forgive this.
Well, his buddy gonna have him sleeping with ghosts. if that's the case, man.
From your mouth to God's ears. Let's put it that way.
Man, I'm happy you guys are back. Now look, I see both of y'all are high on Tennessee, man. What? This is my hot take of the year, and I ain't even seen nothing yet. But I think Joe Milton gonna be the next Jeremy Johnson.
Ooh. There's a week one hot take.
Okay, here's the thing: is the West is so much. Hold on. No, finish your Jeremy Johnson take. I got to let that one go before we step back. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's so reminiscent to me. I mean, think about the quarterbacks Michigan has had in these past few seasons, and he couldn't even play there. And then when he went to Tennessee, he couldn't even beat out. He lost his job to the Hendon Hooker that wasn't the version of the Hendon Hooker we saw last year.
Hey,
and now he's supposed to just be this guy that can automatically just lead Tennessee to where they want to be.
Hey, Grind.
I think it's a step back. It feels so Jeremy Johnson. It feels like it.
Grind. I have a
quarterback that doesn't fit the spread system like he's supposed to.
Grind. I have a message for you. This is from Tyler. This is not from me. This is not from Chase. So when you get offended, this is from Tyler.
Oh man.
He says, "Tell Grind to kiss my ass." So, yeah.
Oh my goodness, man.
So again, that's not from us. Not from us. I'm reading the text.
I'm gonna say this though. My buddy is a casual Florida fan. Like he lives in Texas, moved out to Texas and whatnot. And he's just a casual Florida fan. And when he hit in the group chat talking about, bro, who is 15 and why we letting him with, Anthony Richardson number and all this, it is not good. It is, and he, like I'm saying, bro, like he is so like when I tell you, like he's just like, as long as Florida just completely embarrassing themselves, he's not finna go out the way. I think he feel like Florida embarrassing themselves.
Yeah, you mentioned.
I'm not even, man.
You mentioned Jeremy Johnson.
No,
that was one dude who was, God, he was good at those recruiting camps, though. I mean, my God, that dude would flash off the page because he kept Ole Miss in it to like the very end before he committed to Auburn. And I mean, that cat, whoa, boy, he was one of the best looking ones out there at the camp.
Hey, and look, you ask them Tennessee reporters, that's what they say about Joe Milton. He's been looking great. He's looked great on 7-on-7. So we're gonna see, man. I'm not too high on the ball.
Here's the deal. Here's the reason, though. It's not that I think they're going to the playoff. It's not that I think they've taken some jump over last year or whatever. But I sit here, I look at their schedule. Virginia is their Power 5 game. They're going to win that. And they've got this East schedule where the East is not as deep as the West. And when I look at it, I don't know if it's not Tennessee finishing second in the East. I don't know who it is. So if I think that they are going to finish second in the East, that automatically puts them at like 9 wins.
To be honest, I think the winner of Missouri and Kentucky will probably finish second.
Oh.
And the loser going to finish fourth, and Tennessee going to be third.
Really?
I was high on South Carolina. Look, man, y'all been talking about the Beamer bus.
Yeah.
I've been riding the Chiefs, the long one, the short one, all the Beamer buses. You see me driving them, but late, I just look at things, man. I'm not sure. I think their defense is gonna be real bad this year. That's why I like the over against South Carolina, North Carolina. I love the over.
You asked me.
I think they can go 7-5 and be tied
Wow.
for like fourth in the East,
Okay.
and lose the tiebreaker.
Okay. Neal, you asked me if I could have one game that I could determine the score of for the season.
Yeah.
Never mind. I found it.
Okay.
Can I, on November the 4th, can I have UConn go into Knoxville and beat Tennessee, please? Can I have that?
Oh.
Can I have that for the day, please? I'll just camp out. Y'all have at it, whatever else is going on. Hey, the Huskies are giving NC State a run tonight. Jim Moore got it rolling.
I won't be able to get you off Twitter.
Oh, no.
I'll be like, what are you doing?
All the mentions.
You'll be like, I'm refreshing Twitter. Leave me alone.
Ooh,
now,
boy.
it is a pick that I'm full. Me and Neal, we look like, it look like ring around the rosy the way we locked arms with the Penn State pick. I love that pick, man.
Thank you.
I'm with you on Penn State.
I think we're forgetting Penn State because they're sort of sandwiched between the two hot teams and then the new things.
But on the other side of that, man, this is my question. I just did some digging because I was like, man, I'm really taking Penn State to beat West Virginia by 3 touchdowns. And just think, like, I know y'all gonna say, man, look, 10, 11 years ago, that's a long time. But honestly, in college football, you know what happened 10 years ago, or just a little bit over 10 years ago? Alabama had just beat LSU in the national championship. They were the 2 best teams in the country, two of the 3 best teams in the SEC. Georgia had just won 11-3. They were one of the best teams in the country. So I mean, not much has changed. But when you look at the end of that 2011 season, West Virginia had just got done dismantling Clemson in the Orange Bowl. They beat them 70-33, and Virginia Tech had just lost to Michigan in the Sugar Bowl. And you look at those programs now, and it's like, I mean, like 10 years, like at 2011, if you compare it, I think that's what I really wanted to ask this. Like if you were to, like, if let's say next year Mississippi State, West Virginia, and Virginia Tech all become open, and they all say, hey, look, we want Tyler Siskey as our first choice. How would he rank those jobs now? Because I know back in 2011, I think Mississippi State would have been last, right?
Yeah. And now I think West Virginia would be last.
I do too.
I think State would be first, then Virginia Tech, and then
even knowing that West Virginia is at least in the Big 12 and Virginia Tech's hanging out there with whatever's going on. They don't have a league.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Man, Mississippi State has never had high. West Virginia was. I mean, look, I know it was 2007. I know. But they were one. If they wouldn't have lost the Pitt, they would have played LSU or Ohio State or whoever for a national championship that year. And then, like I said, 4 years later, they're beating Clemson in the Orange Bowl by 40 points, by a record margin, putting up 70 against Dabo's Clemson, Taj Boyd and Sammy Watkins and those guys. So to think that the peak for those programs has fallen like that is crazy.
Mississippi State, number 1 in the very first college football playoff ranking.
Oh, my God. Hey, man, Mississippi State, best team in program history, lost 4 games. I don't want to hear nothing about them.
What you would have there that I guess someone would argue is you'd have the SEC money. Of course, everybody you're competing against does too, but that would be the argument that you would make for State.
I got you. Okay, so I'm guessing y'all say take the State job over those 3, over those 2. I'm guessing.
I mean, I have to really think about it, but maybe Virginia Tech, if you promised me where they would land, right? Because you have it's a great tradition. The people love it. It's a cool place. It's when they're on, it's a really intimidating environment. But what are they going to be?
Mm-hmm. That is true. And before I let you guys go, man, I do want to get y'all thoughts on this LSU Florida State game, man.
LSU's winning 15 games. I mean, LSU's winning the Super Bowl, man.
I already know. Yeah. You see, you started your thing in the preseason, and look, that's why I respect you. That's why you my guy. Because look, you're gonna die on that hill that you created.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I'm probably going to get murdered on that hill, but yeah, I'm on the hill now. I'm standing on the hill, just me and my LSU football, and we're going to take our.
Neal's by himself. That picture of the soldiers planting the flag
Yeah.
on top of the hill.
I'm there. I'm either going to be able to go, I called this all along, or I'm just going to more, and this is more likely. Yeah, I know they went 7-5, but man, they were like 7 plays away from 11-1.
Wait.
You know?
Well, you know what's messed up? If LSU does go 15-0 or whatever and win the national championship, people just gonna come and just bump you off the hill and act like it was theirs all along.
Yeah, no,
They gonna do you dirty. But they ain't gonna let 'em.
you will be the person that goes, you deserve that spot at the top of the hill. And the
Agreed.
truth
But see,
is,
look,
the
my
truth
thing-
is that nobody from the West is going to do this because the West is too good. There's nobody bad in the West. The East, for example, Vanderbilt sucks. Florida sucks. There's a decent chance South Carolina's going to be okay. Missouri's going to be okay. Kentucky's going to be okay. Tennessee's good. Georgia's probably elite. I mean, Georgia's got a much easier path than whoever comes. Alabama, LSU, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, whoever. The odds are the West teams are going to beat each other up.
See, I agree. And when Chase asked me what I think about Auburn, see, look, I've been having to stop listening to Auburn podcasts for a minute, man, because the last time I listened to an Auburn podcast, they had got some, they flipped some guys from Georgia, and then I think the guys, that do the pod was starting to let the recruiting get to what they think is going to happen on the field. People been talking about 8 wins, maybe 9 wins. I was like, look, I can't listen to this, man. I can't listen to this. I got to go somewhere else. I can't listen to this right now. So, me personally, the reason why I say 6 or 7 wins because I know what I saw from Auburn's run defense last year. And run defense is like a common cold. It just takes time. You just got to let it run its course. And that's what I think, that's why I think is going to hold Auburn back in games where they could possibly win, but teams are going to be able to saw them away, get them off the field, things of that nature. But with the LSU game, the only reason why it surprises me, man, with everybody, like I'm agreeing with y'all. I think LSU wins, but why is Vegas not moving that number? Like it feels like everybody's going to the window and putting money on LSU and Vegas. Like, all right, yeah, okay, all right, yeah.
I mean, my only guess is that Mason Smith not playing has Vegas a little spooked.
With that line stuck at 2.5, and with the overtime rules, does Vegas is that like an overtime line?
I mean, maybe. I mean, if you're super high on Florida State, you believe in them, and even if you think LSU's really good, you think it's a super close game. So sure.
All right. Well, shoot, man, I appreciate you guys taking my call, man, and you guys have a good weekend, man.
You too, Grind. Thanks always.
All right.
I know we always make fun of Jason Simpson from his comment back in 2015. And again, it's all in jest because I understand. You tell your kids are going to win the game. Duh. Why not? Not going to hurt anything. The Mercer coach had his press conference.
Okay.
Read his quote here. No. He was very, very reasonable.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I mean, this is the kind of quote you sort of expect that you don't even bring up.
Okay.
You got to be fundamentally sound. You get really exposed if you're not fundamentally sound and not do what you're supposed to do against SEC level talent. We look at the last 2 years. We played Auburn, Alabama, and we do what we're supposed to do. We give ourselves a chance to execute plays. We're going to be really excited to play this game. We'll throw everything we got at them, and you never know what'll happen. Good things happen when you go prepared. Our kids will play their guts out and compete their tail off. If we can scare them and make them boo a little bit, we'll see what we can do. This is a game where you can learn a lot about yourself and make some improvement because if you don't, you'll get smoked. We're just going to do the best we can be, put your best foot forward, get your guys out there and go compete your tails off, not back down, not get out-competed, not get intimidated, and get after the guys and have fun.
I have no problem.
No problem with that at all.
That's absolutely
a damn good quote right there.
Checks every box.
Yeah.
That's good. Good for him. If that bothers you, yeah.
Try to get them to boo a little bit, make it a quarter game, then make it just keep hanging.
Don't get out-competed. Go play hard, guys. Don't let them play harder than you. They're better than you, but don't let them play harder than you. Okay.
All good.
That's more than fair. I mean, that's not ending up on anybody's bulletin board.
No.
Lane's like, God, say something. Come on. I have no idea whether this will work or not. Who's this?
Hey guys, it's Bobbin.
Hey, Bobbin, what's up?
I just want to let y'all know if South Alabama does not cover the line Saturday, I'm just fading Siskey all year. That's all I have to say.
After the Florida thing, we get South Al too.
Well, no. I was telling all my friends, I was like, man, I'm telling y'all, Vandy, man, they're gonna blow them out. So he's kind of on strike three almost.
Oh, it's a bad day for Tyler.
Getting kicked a little.
Yeah, he's taking one of the
It's
teeth.
not great. No, I love Siskey. I hope he doesn't take it personal. But
you don't have to worry about that.
This is rough. I mean, Jesus, thank God I took the under too. That looks kind of okay.
You're kind of down there between them both. Are you taking South Al or Tulane?
I'm gonna take South Alabama just because I think Tulane's lost so much from last year's team.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we keep
And looking at what
Spirits
South
being
Alabama
gone.
brought back.
Tyler texts. He goes, "I was 4-1 last week. He can kiss my ass too." Tyler's having a rough night.
Well, that's on me for taking the one game that he lost.
Yeah. He would like to tell you that he won the other 4.
What'd you pick today, Neal?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Did you pick SEC games this year or still no?
No, I took a couple SEC games.
Okay.
I took Boise plus 14 at Washington, Texas Tech minus 14 at Wyoming, South Alabama plus 6.5 at Tulane, LSU minus 2.5 versus Florida State, Penn State minus 20.5 versus West Virginia. My money line is North Texas plus 225 versus Cal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
North Texas
at home. North Texas at home.
Okay.
Kind of feel like the move. Well, just for me, the move on LSU Florida State is the over.
Yeah, I can see that. A lot of talent.
I think Jaden Daniels is going to have a good year. I think Florida State's quarterback is going to be fine. And just reading LSU, it sounds like their weakest room is cornerback or defensive back room, which feels weird. And no Mason Smith.
It's true. It's rocking in stores tonight as they've cut the NC State game to 3.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what the easiest cover tonight was whatever the spread was on Missouri and which one of those Dakota schools they played.
The Cowboys.
South Dakota.
Yeah, my brother took that. I wish I would have.
There was a line for that?
Offshore.
That's what I told him. I was like, I didn't even know there was a line for it.
It's an offshore line.
It was like 28 something, and they're already almost to that, and I don't even think it's halftime yet. But all right, well, I just got cleaned out.
Hold on. Where are you?
Huh?
Are you in a parking garage?
Yeah, I just got cleaned out at the Hollywood casino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's right across the road from my house. I'm having a casino. I'm down bad right now.
So you're switching to football, make some last-ditch efforts.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to walk into the sports book and just hammer down on so many games I don't feel comfortable about. It's not even funny.
Yeah, we call that a Jeffrey. We could put 400% of your bankroll on the 9:30 kickoff and see what happens.
Well, that really makes me feel confident being put in that company. But, all right, everyone have a great weekend.
All right,
All right,
later.
Bobbin, see you.
Yeah, we get Pac-12 Network. Was it Arizona State tonight? I saw the get-in price was $3 for that game today.
Yeah, I'm not. That's not happening.
They just need to thank Lucky Stars that they are connected to Arizona and the Board of Regents.
Yeah, definitely.
So can we get the NC State game? Or
yeah.
no? Is that doable?
Yeah, let me see.
Okay.
Find out what network it's on, and then I'll find it.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming ACC Network, so it's just ESPN. That's my guess. By the way, the ACC is voting on those teams tomorrow.
Oh, they are voting.
It looks like it. They're meeting and then they're anticipating a vote. I mean, we'll see if it happens, but that's the intel as of 8:46 p.m. here. CBS Sports Network is our channel.
All right. I'll find it.
17-14 NC State after UConn hits the extra point. Wake Forest handling Elon in the post-Sam Hartman era, 30-14. The Deacons over the Phoenix. Syracuse opening with Colgate. We haven't mentioned that one all week.
Kent State at UCF. I'm looking.
I mean, if not,
there it is. There it is. NC State at Connecticut.
Okay. Yeah, like forget the multi-view thing too. Like, by the minute I'm thinking with the wrong TV package.
Yeah. YouTube TV's good.
Okay. It's a different app than the YouTube app.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's YouTube TV app.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff Sims, 2 interceptions in the second quarter. Not going well for my Yellow Jacket that's now a Cornhusker.
It's almost like once you're bad at one place, you're bad at the other.
Yes. Just putting the new uniform on does not fix all the problems.
Graham Mertz says hello.
Yeah. I'm still bad at throwing the football.
How long are we rolling tonight? We're probably approaching.
We're
about done. We're approaching the end. There's lots of content up at the site, and we'll have.
The Cubs win tonight?
We didn't play.
Oh, okay. Where are they at now? Baltimore. They beat Milwaukee last night.
They're 3 out in the Central. They are 2 behind Philly and 2. They're in the second wild card spot today.
Oh,
yeah. They play Cincinnati 4 times over the weekend. Twice tomorrow. Once Saturday. Once Sunday. Nebraska will take over at the 33 of Minnesota. Big return. Oh, we have an injury in this game.
yeah, NC State player.
That's not good.
Saw this press release today for those who are following a lot of minor league baseball because of former Rebels and just in general. The robot strike zone will get slightly bigger at AAA starting Tuesday in an attempt to make it to better reflect an individual batters rather than averages. And the pitch clock will be altered too. The robots this season were programmed to call a 2-dimensional zone based on where the ball crosses the midpoint of the plate, 8.5 inches from the front and the back, and will be reduced the top of the zone to 51% of a batter's height from 56%. The system averaged batter heights rather than accounting for body shapes and stances. Starting Tuesday, data for each player from the Hawkeye Pose tracking system, didn't even know that was a thing, will be used to get to the bottom of the strike zone and an individual's back knee for the automated ball strike system. The top will be 5.5 inches, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, yes, they're making the strike zone bigger in AAA to better reflect. AAA has been a hitter's league lately, so this will potentially alter that a little bit.
Always the scary part of football right here, when the guy's not moving.
Robot umpires are used to call balls and strikes in half of AAA games, and a human works the plate for the other half. Teams have the right to appeal calls to the robot.
Touchdown Nebraska in Minnesota right out of the gate.
So I talk crap about Jeff Sims. He immediately drives the Cornhuskers down the field for the go-ahead score.
Well, it helps when you start at the opponent's 33. That's always an advantage. World Series prediction from Evan. I mean, I'll go obvious. I'll go Braves, Orioles.
That's what you want, isn't it? Take the Cubs out of the equation.
I mean, if I can't have the Cubs, I want Braves, Orioles. Be phenomenal baseball. What's interesting with the Braves is this. Their pitching has just a slight opening for other teams. And you could make a scenario where Milwaukee out-pitches them in a series, where Philadelphia out-hits them in a series, and then I'll be interested to watch this Braves-Dodgers series this weekend because the Dodgers are playing really good baseball. What does that look like? Because, man, you know how it is postseason. I mean, you can be hot for 1 week and go on a run, and you can get cold or just tepid for 1 week, and it's over.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, the postseason is
the sample size is really small, 7 games.
Yeah, the postseason's a real crapshoot. My friend Dan Jennings always said, just make the tournament.
No, and the Marlins are great evidence of that.
Make the tournament.
They won the World Series twice as the wild card.
Yeah. The Braves won a World Series not long ago where they were never the best team until the end when they were the best
Got
team.
hot as hell.
Yeah.
Phillies last year.
Yeah. Well, the Phillies just slugged people to death. All right, I'm a little worried about this deal in stores.
It's been going on for a minute now.
When it takes this long, you get scared. It's the part of football that's just terrifying.
I mean, even in the 90s, the Braves World Series they won was when they were an underdog in. That was not their best team.
Yeah. No, their best teams didn't win. Yeah. I mean,
the crazy thing about the Braves is that they lead in all these power numbers, and that's all anybody talks about, and they keep calling them kind of home run dependent. They lead the National League in on base percentage.
yeah.
They also get on base more than anybody else.
It
is a dominant lineup.
They're flawless. The only issue with them is you just sometimes wonder their pitching outside of the top of the rotation is good. But like I just got through watching Milwaukee, for example.
Yeah.
And if you played Milwaukee in a 7-game series and you faced Burns twice and Woodruff twice and Peralta once, is it conceivable that Milwaukee would win that series? Yes.
100%.
If you played the Dodgers in a series, is it conceivable that the Dodgers just outplayed you for a week? Yes. Is it conceivable that if you played the Phillies in a series, that the Phillies just got red hot, that Harper and Schwarber and Castellanos and Trey Turner and everybody at the same time was dialed in at the plate and they won a series?
Of course.
Sure. Are the Braves the best team?
Yeah.
No doubt. But
and the Braves have they have one. They're not tight.
Yeah, no.
Just playing.
Just got to play, but Philly's not going to get tight. The Dodgers aren't going to get tight.
The only team that really might get tight is the Orioles.
They could. They're so young that you just don't know how they'd react. I wouldn't want to play Milwaukee in a series just because their starting pitching is so good. Has he moved at all?
I can't tell because he's so surrounded.
Raheem Ashford.
Ackerman, Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi kid.
The team has not really made much response in either direction. They're about to move, and they're giving instructions right now.
Yeah. We're watching, so in case you wonder, we're watching a North Carolina State player being, he's been strapped to a board. They've got him secured, and they're about to move him off the field. Haven't seen him move yet. You always hope in these situations that you get a thumbs up or something.
Yeah, I have not noticed anything.
Not yet.
It's the getting back in the game to play right now. If you're in North Carolina State,
brutal.
Okay, we're good.
We got a thumbs up.
We got a thumbs up.
Got a thumbs up. That's a great sign.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Okay.
That's a great sign. Hopefully he's okay. That's the one part that God scares the hell out of you. So hopefully he's okay. Certainly a horrifying moment for his parents and stuff. So hopefully he's okay. All right, so we'll kind of wrap there. We've been with you for a couple hours. Thank you so much for all of you being in, all the super chats, everybody calling. We appreciate it. Again, we're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. We'll make this the Friday Oxford Exxon podcast. We will have a post-game show on Saturday. Chase will be hosting a post-game show. Jeffrey will be on. I'll be on. Maybe somebody else as well. And then we'll be back next week. We'll get ready for starting on Monday with another week of podcast here on MPW as we get ready for Ole Miss and Tulane. Again, Ole Miss and Mercer, 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. We'll have post-game coverage at rebelgrove.com. So, again, thanks to everybody. For Chase, I'm Neal. Until Monday, take care.